Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, the 144,000 men that are doing this work in sincerity and in truth across the four corners of the earth. And much love to the 1/3 of you believers out there. To you all, I say shalom and greetings. This is the brother Yeshaya, and I pray, Lord willing, that this lesson is edifying through the Spirit. All right, first, I just got to say Salakia if I sound, I'm like, these damn bodies and, what's going on in the earth. Jake feeling like getting sick again, man. I was just sick like fucking a month ago, Shit, wow. But anyway, Salakia just had it. So if y'all hear me sounding stuffy, that's why. Yeah, so I was meditating earlier. So I'm like, I popped on Netflix or whatever. And, I see a show come across, which I might check out, Lord will. You know what I'm saying? I will say this. We know how to look at everything with the spiritual eye, no matter how false or how many lies that they try to portray. So I might still check it out. But I'm probably going to have a slew of pictures that I'm put on here of movies that I saw that were either that came out this year. It might be some from some years ago, but mainly I was trying to find ones this year, but you might see some photos of some old ones. But my point was, man, it is 2024. These white Jesus and these white Bible movies are played out. I don't know how I'm gonna word that shit, but these so-called white people playing these roles is played out. The truth has taken over. All right. Let me get something first. The truth has taken over. So this whole mentality that they can just put up who they want, this ain't 25 years ago, man. You can't just be whitewashing everything, right? Everybody knows that the people in the Bible are of so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American and Seminole Indian descent. It's plain. It's so many, the men of Great Millstone, starting with the apostles on down. Hey, even got to give credence to majority of the other camps. They'll let you know that the people in the book or in the Bible are dark skinned, that have melanin at least. You know what I'm saying? So this whole you can be a white guy in a movie, and that's just madness, man. That's just madness, and that's what people got to understand. Like, and I'm going to bring out some scriptures, helping the point. But the Edomites are not the people of the Bible. Y'all need to stop this madness, man. You trying to keep up with the lie. But this is Daniel 12:4. It says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." All right. So it says knowledge is going to be increased, man. So now we at the point now where we know that all of those so-called white people that they portray in the movies are not true. They show the Messiah as a so-called white man, but when you read Hebrews 7:14, right? Matter of fact, I'm going to say Revelation 1 first. When you read Revelation 1, it lets us know that the Lord is a dark-skinned man with woolly sheep-like hair with a loud voice. That's a so-called black man. Okay? And it says Hebrews 7:14, it is evident that he sprang out of the tribe of Judah, and this tribe of Judah are the so-called black people here in America. So all of these movies where they make a so-called white man playing the Messiah is completely and abhorrently, it's blasphemy, really. It's blasphemy, right? It's a lie. It's disrespectful. It's not true. But they'll keep up this MO to keep their white Christian fan base appeased, to keep the lie going for the idiot Christians out here. There is a lot of so-called black people that are in these Christian churches that realize that these people are lying to them about their nationality. You are the Israelites. You are reading about yourselves, but you'll let the devil tell the story, right? It says, the African proverb about the lion and hunter is, until the lion tells the story, the hunter will always be the hero, right? And so in this story, in this Bible story, according to this proverb, we are the lion, and which is spiritual because the Lord likens many. He likes the Gadites unto lions. The Lord is the lion of the tribe of Judah. You see, so we're likened as the lion. So we aren't. See, the thing is, they haven't heard. They're trying to act like they haven't heard our story. That's because Esau is trying to control the narrative with wealth, with resources, with power and control, with media, with news and all that is propaganda, right? Propaganda. This is all a motive of his to keep the world blind, especially our people. It says propaganda is a form of communication that aims to influence the opinions, values, or behavior of a large group of people. And see, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to influence the opinions, values, and behavior of all you people to believe that the Most High, who you ignorantly call God, is a so-called white man. Absolutely false. We know he's a so-called black man according to the Bible. So is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. Okay? So are all the prophets, so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American men. Right? Even we were talking one day. I was like, it's rare. Every blue moon you'll hear one. But it be Jake. So-called black people call their children Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. Them be Jake. Them be Jake names. Them be Israelite names. Them be so-called black people naming their children that. Every blue moon you hear a white guy named Jeremiah. Shit, I don't know if I've ever seen a white Isaiah. Elijah. It's some of them they steal a lot of the Greek ones. Matthew, Luke, they'll steal those. John, they'll steal those, right? But at the end of the day, the Hebrew names, man, it be us naming our children those names. So that's a common, that lets you know right there. But there's countless scriptures that lets us know that. But I want to read Job 9:24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? So if the Bible says that if it says that the Messiah is a so-called black man and God is a so-called black man, right? It says Moses will be a so-called Haitian, a so-called black man, right? It lets you know that he said and I'm not going to go to all these scriptures I'm naming about dark skin. I'm just quoting them or phrasing them, all right? It says he put his hand inside of his bosom, and he said he put it in, and then when he took it out, it came leprous as snow. That means it was one color when he went in, and he said he took it out and it became white as snow. And then it said when he put it back in, it became like unto his other flesh. So if he was a white guy, leprosy is really saying that you don't have any melanin. So you so-called white people, y'all are leprous. So of a white man put his hand in his shirt, it came out white, put it back in his shirt, and it was white again. That's not impressive, but that's not a miracle. But if a so-called black man put his hand in his chest and it came out white, and then put it back and then it came out dark skin again, now that's a miracle. You like, whoa. So that lets you know that's an indicator, right? And but they covered the faces of the judges thereof. They don't want you to believe that Elisha, Elijah, Moses, Joshua, Caleb, Gad, any of the 12, all the 12 tribes, right? Judah, Reuben, Levi, Simeon, Manasseh, Asher, Naphtali, Issachar. They don't want you to believe that those are so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They want you to believe that all these people are Edomites. That's what they want you to believe, man. And that's just wicked. But they covering the faces of the judges. So they covering the Most High's image and his son's image. You don't think they're going to change everyday people. So now they got the new movie. This is the one I was telling y'all I might check it out just because. Because sometimes it's been a while since I watched them, probably years. But sometimes I'll check those out because like I said, we still know how to separate. So like, I know one of the brothers, the brother Gabar, told me he watched the one about Moses, and I think I had took a picture of that one. The Testament, the story of Moses. I think he watched that one. Yeah, and so he said it's still spiritual parts, and of course, because we know how to see it through a spiritual lens. But the guy they got in there, he looked like an Edomite slash. He looked like an Edomite with a beard. And they try to put him in certain clothing so he can kind of look like he's Ishmael. But he's an Edomite in a beard, man. These pictures is crazy. They got this one wicked. It's called The Two Popes. Two Edomites sitting there, talking to each other. They got Anthony Hopkins in it. Man, this is madness. The one that got The Chosen season 4, so-called white guy right here with this long hair. The Lord didn't have long hair. This dude got hair hanging down his back. All the men behind him look Middle Eastern. Well, why? So this is what kills me. So if you look at this Chosen photo, it says, as a photo of him, he looks like a straight up so-called white guy with hair down his back. But all of the guys behind him look Middle Eastern. So if he's Middle Eastern, why don't he look like them? Why they had to put a white guy in that role? Man, this world is chaotic, man. They like, oh, all of these people can be Middle Eastern, but we gonna make him an Edomite. That's how he's in control of that. Why intentionally make him look different? Right? But he was a dark-skinned man over in that region. Let me get another scripture here. This is Psalms 50 and verse 16. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, the wicked is the so-called white nation. That's why I said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? The so-called JOOs, the so-called white people. But unto the wicked the Most High saith, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? So you're not even supposed to be reciting the words of the Lord. You're not supposed to be trying to take any of his covenants or his statutes because you wicked. You don't care about them no way. So-called white people don't care nothing about the Bible. You ask them about a Bible verse, they know less than a so-called black Christian, right? They know Psalms 23. And a lot of them that do have that strong unction of believing, you like, oh, I know a white guy that knows all the Bible verses. He's most likely an Israelite that just looks like a so-called white guy. For him to have that much faith, he's ignorant about what the truth is, but more than likely he's an Israelite. Edomites don't have faith, man. All right? It says, sing thou hatest instructors and casting my words behind thee. That's what they do. They cast the words of the Lord behind their back. They don't care. It says, thou givest thy mouth to evil and thy tongue frameth deceit. That's verse 19. I skipped 18. But hey, that's the point. It says, so thy mouth is evil and thy tongue frameth deceit. They're deceiving everybody, right? All of these people in the book, now they even got Mary, right? Mother Mary. They love to do the woman worship too. It's on Netflix. They got her looking like a so-called white woman. She's walking through, look like a desert with a white baby with like light brown hair in his head. Just madness, man. That's deceitful. Mary was a so-called black woman. If I'm not mistaken, Mary was from the tribe of Judah too. Look that up real quick. I believe Mary and Joseph, his mother and father, were both from the tribe of Judah. I forget exactly where it says it at, but I believe she's of the tribe of Judah. Maybe it's the one that gives her lineage in the book of Luke. But I believe she's a Judite. So she was a so-called, at most she could have been fair-skinned, but it's more than likely she was a dark-skinned woman. All right, let me see here. See? Yep. Of course, there's no one to give me the verse. But it says, yes, Mary, yes, the Virgin Mary, right? They always like to put the virgin out there. like that. But virgin, by the way, virgin just means a young woman of marriageable age. The Lord was not immaculately conceived in the way that you think, like the Holy Spirit put a baby in her. That's not what happened. She had sex with Joseph and they had a baby, right? The virgin is two words for virgin, and that word virgin for her is symbolizing a woman of young marriageable age, and her and Joseph had sex. But it says, yes, the Virgin Mary is said to have descended from the tribe of Judah on her father's side. And we know that from your father's side is when okay? You determine your lineage by your father, the house of your fathers. Okay? So yeah, she was let's say Luke 3:34, maybe that's it. Luke 3:34. Let me see if that goes into it. Yeah, that goes in her lineage. Yep. Where does it start? Oh, no. That was about Yahushua. Yeah, that was about Yahushua Salakia. But nonetheless, she's from the tribe of Judah, man, if I'm not mistaken. I had to go back and look into it. It's been a while since I looked it up. But she's from the tribe of Judah. But they don't tell you none of that. And if they do, they just expect you to think that the tribe of Judah and the line of David are Edomites. Right? Man, you had David out there fighting with lions and bears, man. You think that was a so-called white boy? Nah. No. King David was a so-called black man. It says, I had some Obadiah and Jeremiah verses here. Let me see. I'll get Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah 49:16. Thy terribleness, this is talking about the Edomites, thy terribleness hath deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. So your own mind, your wickedness have deceived you, and you full of pride. That's why they're able to put these movies out in 2024. That's proud, knowing the truth is out there, and you can't just educate the people. The closest they got, I'm surprised they even allowed us to go, was Book of Clarence. They throw these so-called black movies out there every now and then, but they said Book of Clarence didn't even do good at the theaters. Jake don't want to see nothing to see themselves in their real raw form. That movie had some bug out parts, but it felt good at least seeing so-called black people play biblical roles. But it says, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, and that's what the word Caucasian means. It means cave dweller. A cleft of the rock is a cave on the side of a mountain. Right? That holdest the height of the hill, that though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said the Lord. So the Lord is going to ultimately destroy you so-called white people. And part of it is because of your lies, man. He's always trying to lie to everybody, always trying to deceive everybody. Just wicked, just demons, man. It says, and then the birthright was given unto us, so we about to rule next. You had your chance. You had your time. You so-called white people had your time, man. It's over. It's over, man. It's a done deal. So that's why they trying to hold on to these movies. But man, like, come on. When you going to give it up? It's almost getting to the point where it's just tacky. It's just distasteful and tacky. This is Revelation 18:23. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. This is talking about the destruction of Babylon. And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. We're not going to be teaching the truth anymore. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. You got so-called Chinese people, Moabites. You got them. They'll tell you that. They'll be like, Jesus white guy. Jesus white guy. They'll tell you that that's because the sorceries that Edomites had with portraying the Lord, and that's how they crucified him again. Which speaks about that in Revelation 11. They crucified the Lord by destroying his image. This is 2 Corinthians 11:14, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So this is not talking about the actual Satan, right? The word Satan just means adversary. Right? Even though Satan is the son of the Most High, he's not rebelling and fighting against God. He's just God's number one hitman. If he needs him to do something, he sends Satan. But this is talking about Esau, Edom, right? He's portraying himself as an angel of light when really he's the adversary. He's the deceiver. He's the false accuser. He's the devil. He's the one trying to keep you from knowing the truth. He's trying to keep your spiritual walk hindered by lying to you and deceiving you. Two popes. You got two so-called white guys, no beards on their faces, that do things with little boys, you know, that's just off and wicked. That's approving of the Pope approved of the LGBT through community, the alphabet community. You know, they don't believe in the Most High. You know, this is Ephesians 6:10. The point is really at 11. I might read a little more though, but it says, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil." You know, so that's the wiles goes into his trickery, right? His tricks, his deceit. So you got to pull on the whole armor. So that means you got to study to show thyself approved. That means you got to pray. That means you got to actually research. When you read the curses of Deuteronomy 28, it is no way when you, hey man, for anybody who don't, any of you so-called white people that stumble upon this video, hey, check out the curses of Deuteronomy on YouTube. That's all you got to do. Whoever fit that curse, those are God's people. Those are God's chosen people. There's nothing you can do about it. And I don't want to hear that, oh, no, we all are God's people and you can be a spiritual Israelite. No. Either you are an Israelite or you aren't. And those are the only people that who you ignorantly calls Jesus is coming back to save. He says that multiple times throughout the New Testament. We know the Old and the New Testament are congruent and let you know that it's only about the nation of Israel. You so-called white people are going into slavery. Point blank, period. You ain't got to believe me, but it's the truth, right? But yeah, so I was saying like the Mary thing. Let me see. I had something on here about the Mary movie. It says, oh yeah, Anthony Hopkins is in that too. He must be taking some old sacrifices because Anthony Hopkins, he kind of went down. He's a good actor. He's a Jake. But he went down for some time, you know, and I haven't seen that in a while. But then he came out with the Those About to Die, that one. Then he got the two popes. Now he's on the Mary trailer too, right? But it says Mary trailer, Anthony Hopkins, King. Oh yeah, he's playing King Herod. Is determined to capture Jesus in Netflix-based film movie. So I was like, I'll check it out just to see how they tried to paint it. But you know, it's biblically false. They got so-called white people in here. They try to make them look. The goal is they try to make them look like kind of like Palestinian or Israeli. That's how they try to make them look. But really, they're just making them look like Edomites. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, man. This is not by chance at all. All of this stuff in these movies, y'all know that all too well. This is how they get down, right? Control the narrative, make you think that the whites are in power, you know. But you about to see that so-called black people about to rule the earth. Hey, you know, just to name some verses too, Job 30 and 30 for dark skin. If you know, you can research them. Job 30 and 30. Jeremiah, what's that? Jeremiah 14 and 2. Let's see. Lamentations, the 5th chapter. The first few verses, I believe. Revelation 1. Daniel's what's that? The 7th chapter? The 9th, Daniel the 7th or the 9th chapter? 7th chapter. You know? It's so many countless scriptures on letting you know that the people of the Bible are people of melanin, people of color. It's so many, man. I'm just naming a few, you know? So you just got to be wise about what Esau is trying to do to you. Why? Why the lie? Because he wants you to believe that he's the strongest person in the world, that they're the strongest people. But really, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are. It's just we sinned and we disobeyed the Most High, so he cursed us. He put us in bad positions until we repent. All right? But going back to Ephesians 6, put on the whole armor of the Most High, verse 11. Put on the whole armor of the Most High that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. That is a wile of the devil. Right? It says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that's what we're seeing. That's spiritual wickedness in a high place, to be able to keep putting these movies out here in 2024, knowing that these producers, these directors, these actors, they be knowing But they do it anyway because they get a check and it's propaganda. They'll tell them, hey, make a movie about Mary, make her a white lady. They'll tell them that. That's spiritual wickedness in high places because it's more, it ain't just about the money. Deceiving people is far more important to them than just the money. Shit, money don't mean nothing to them at this point. They have, the Edomites, the so-called elites, all of them, they got money, man. Money ain't a thing to them. But deceiving Jake, matter of fact, let me get this scripture. Let's see. It's two scriptures that go in that touch on it, but I know this one hits the point. The other one is in Psalms, if I'm not mistaken. But Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. These people, they can't go to bed without doing something wicked. I'm going to have to find out in the Psalms. But they practice on their bed. They think, like, how can I deceive the Israelites tomorrow? What can I do to destroy their day? What can I do to, maybe I can drop some more drugs in their community. Maybe I can make a whitewash Jesus movie. And the name of the Lord is Yahushai, not Jesus. Right? But going on in verse 2, it says, and they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. You see that? So our heritage is being oppressed. Your heritage, saying that you are Israelite, is being oppressed. You're the so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. Calling you black is already bad. That's why we say so-called. Calling you black. You ain't black, man. You ain't black. Them damn forces you niggas be wearing is black. You know what I'm saying? You are brown, bro. So even in that, they oppress you. Calling you African American, that's oppressive. Those are two so-called white men. How are you an African American? Right? Come on, man. The proof is in the pudding. They're oppressing you in every way possible. And now the truth is coming out. Man, don't be believing these bull movies where they just be lying to you, man. All right, it says, Ephesians 6:13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand, stand therefore having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, above all taking the shield of faith, where you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. So them is darts. Esau shooting darts to try to take you out, man. All right? It says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. So the sword of the Spirit is the word. So if you want to fight against this devil, you got to know what's going on in this Bible to know the truth for yourself. Not just believing what he puts in a movie and what he lies to you about. This dude ain't right. Got all these movies, The Chosen, 47 Days with Jesus. Oh my God, this dude's hair, I can't even see the whole thing. His hair is look like a so-called white guy. His hair is touching his chest. The Bible is against men having long hair. That's in 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians, what's that? 10? Is that right? I don't even know how I'm blanking on that. 1 Corinthians 11. 1 Corinthians 11:14. Doeth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, is a shame unto him? And that means, like, you see somebody with long hair, until they turn around for a second, you be like, that's a broad. You don't think it's a woman. So nature itself teaches you that women have long hair. Like when they made Rapunzel, let down your hair. There wasn't no nigga up in there. Women, the glory of hair, the glory is the hair. The hair is the glory of a woman. Men ain't supposed to be having that long ass hair, man. But they got the Messiah looking like a sissy. All right, this so-called white guy with long hair, man. 47 Days with Jesus. It's crazy, man. And they all be soft. I'm gonna just read the description. It says 47 Days with Jesus. A family facing marital strife and teenage woes embarks on a spiritual journey to study the last 47 days of Yahushua's life on earth. The film stars Yoshi Barrigas from The Chosen and Catherine Linstone from The Chosen. See, they're just switching these actors around. as the husband and wife. Oh, and the dude, I forget his name, that played in the Passion of Christ. They said he got struck by lightning. I think when he was on the cross or something like that. You know, these people, they be switching these people out. Cameron Arnett from Overcomer as Pontius Pilate, and Joshua Triplett, Grey's Anatomy, as Peter. All Edomites. And producer Christian Branchaccio said the movie radiates hope. Well, the Lord is coming to slay, man. He giving hope to the elect. But he says he coming to slay many. He said Matthew 20:34 says that he coming not to bring peace upon the earth, but a sword. That's what so when you talking about radiates hope, this ain't gonna be no hope for you Edomites, man. The film is a gentle, non-judgmental reminder to step back and reevaluate what really matters. The truth is what really matters, man. John 8:32 says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free, man. And you people are still in spiritual and mental bondage in 2024, man. It's time to wake the hell up. It's time to wake the hell up. Journey to Bethlehem. I Can Only Imagine. Stories of a Generation with Pope Francis. Jesus Revolution, based on a true movement. This is crazy. So-called white guy in the water with long hair, acting like he baptizing people. This is madness, man. This is madness. Stories of a Generation with Pope Francis. Yeah, so the Lord gonna have to save us, man. But all of this and all these lies gonna be untold and gonna be destroyed, man. We putting out the truth of the Lord, man. And we can back it up with Bible scripture. You know? This place is wicked, man. But I'm gonna wrap it up with that. I pray, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who do rule well. And peace and mercy to the elect. The destruction to the wicked and these so-called white people going into slavery. With that, I'm going to say shalom.